From what you know,
Yeah.
what does an average Brit know about Taiwan?
I feel like most people, including myself up until I was like maybe 19 or 20, I didn't know that Taiwan was a separate country. Of course, that is also a political statement, right?
Yeah, it is.
But like I recognize it as a separate country from the history that I'd learned about it.
Hello， 我是阿滴。没错，看到标题缩图就知道阿滴又要出国拍摄了。不是，我的频道叫做阿滴英文，英文是来自英国。但是你知道吗？阿滴连一次都没有去过英国。
忘记初衷啦，人设翻车啦。
因此呢，今年最后一个出国的大企划，我决定要去英文这个语言的故乡英国。那在我提出这个想法之后呢 ，Hook 说他想要跟，然后接着我们就请了大千跟皮塔也要跟我们一起去。结果没有想到，除了凑齐四角恋之外呢，这一趟旅程 Alisa 也会跟着一起来玩。那我们频道其实陆陆续续有做了很多跟英文主题相关的影片嘛。那台湾人也普遍很喜欢英式口音，但是 somehow 大家其实对英国都不太熟，可能就知道英国女王，然后伦敦的那几个比较有名的景点，然后还有英国的食物好像很难吃。因此这次作为英国系列的第一集，开局就来一个大家最喜欢的街访。我收集了你们最想要问英国人的问题，由当地的伦敦人替大家解惑，以此作为暖身来迎接2023年阿滴英文频道的大英国篇章吧。但是在影片开始之前，按照惯例，我们先来进入一段广告时间。
天哪，Tom Hiddleston 怎么可以这么帅？不止人长得好看，演技又好。讲话风趣，用词得体，口音听起来还这么绅士。如果我的英文讲得跟他一样好，能不能从教英文男进化成性感男生呢？想要提升你的英文口说能力吗？你需要 AmazingTalker 英文线上家教。AmazingTalker 是台港最大1对1线上英语家教平台，拥有超过1万名专业家教以及100万名学生。不管你是想要学习英文、日文、韩文各国语言，或是升学考试、国文、英文、数学，通通都能在 AmazingTalker 上找到最适合你的线上家教。最近 AmazingTalker 甚至推出了 AI 智能推荐功能，3秒钟就能迅速找到符合你需求的线上课程，还能进一步和老师讨论学习需求，享受最客制化的教学服务。现在除了学英文之外，在 AmazingTalker 上面还可以找到其他领域的专业课程，像是升学科目、休闲兴趣、各国语言，各个领域都有优秀的师资，随时随地帮你上课，而且一堂课也能买，完全免绑约。现在新用户上课还有10美金的课程兑换券，我会把所有优惠的资讯放在影片的更多资讯栏。
好，大家早安，我们现在已经来到伦敦了。Hook， 嗨。我们今天要来去做街访。我有问了一些在伦敦的朋友，他们给了我一些就让我开始有点担心的建议，就是他说，第一个，在伦敦其实没什么伦敦人，然后第二个是他们说伦敦人呢，通常对于这种拍摄是没什么耐心的，就他们好像不一定会有兴趣想要受访。所以呢，我做了2个措施。第一个是我们选择在 UCL 的校园园区里面做采访，你感觉里面可能比较多学生，可能会比较友善一点点。然后第二个呢是，我做了一个板板，
他花钱买人啊，花钱买人。
金钱的力量，我就直接举着这个板板，20英镑。所以这是我问我的朋友，觉得20英镑会不会吸引人？他们说应该还行，所以我待会会举这个板板，在校园的园区里面看有没有人会愿意来跟我们做短访，这样子我会把在台湾收集到这些我们对于英国人好奇的问题，一一来去为大家解谜。好，我们要进入到伦敦大学的校区了。它这边呢，就是学校跟学院有很大的分别，他们的校区都会长得很跟城市融入在一起，甚至有一些课程会是在民宅，然后他们把这个民宅买下来之后，把里面改成是教室的样子。好，我们走到这个公园里面看看，这里会不会有人？这里有个好可爱的小咖啡厅，在这个公园的门口啊，人流其实算还不错，但是也不会到太多。我在这一边举牌试试看。
好，看起来好可怜的人哦。特派小组出动。
First up, do you like English food?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like all food, so I'm I feel like I have a very accepting palate. I'll eat anything that's given to me. But yes, I do like English food, and I would say that a lot of it is very good as comfort food. So like if it's raining and you're cold and you want like a pie or something like that, then that's what it's good for. It's not good if it's hot and humid, then that's when you want like fresh fruit or something like that.
I see. Okay. What do you have in a day? What's a typical breakfast, lunch?
I probably would have maybe like some granola for breakfast, like some yogurt, some granola and some fruit. Then for lunch, I might have like a salad with some protein, maybe some eggs, something like that. And then for dinner, I either will go out for food or I might cook like pasta or rice or noodles. I also work with some Korean people, so whenever I'm in the office, I just have Korean food like the whole day. So that's the other thing.
Okay. Do you cook often by yourself?
Probably cook at home, maybe like dinner, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. And maybe go out for dinner like 2 or 3 times a week.
Do you know where Taiwan is?
Yes, I hope so.
Approximately where would you say?
So if China is like here, then it's like there on the right-hand side.
From what you know,
Yeah.
what does an average Brit know about Taiwan?
That's a really hard question. I feel like most people, including myself up until I was like maybe 19 or 20, I didn't know that Taiwan was a separate country. Of course, that is also a political statement, right?
Yeah, it is.
But like I recognize it as a separate country from the history that I'd learned about it. I don't know, this feels like a bit condescending. Maybe the average person does know more than I did know, but I didn't even realize that it was like a separate island. I thought that potentially it was like Hong Kong where it was attached to mainland China.
I see.
Maybe the average person did know more than me and I was just a bit ignorant. I'm not really sure. I think that there's maybe some confusion about like, is it similar to Hong Kong? Is it a different place? And then when you learn about it, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Do you learn from textbooks or is it in your textbooks?
It depends on what type of subjects you're learning. So I did social sciences. I actually studied like just over there.
Last question. Do you know anyone from Taiwan? Anyone that's a celebrity or a famous person?
I don't know any celebrity, but I did recently meet a load of people from Taiwan because I went to a conference in South Korea, the Global Greens conference, and I met a load of young Greens from the Green Party in Taiwan, and they were ace. They were really cool. They were super active, super passionate, and it was really lovely to meet them. But I don't know anything else. Another fact that I know about Taiwan is that it's a good producer of electric bikes. That's about it.
Yeah, it's a giant.
Yes.
The manufacturer.
And also, I understand that bubble tea is from Taiwan.
Yes.
Yeah, and also bao buns are Taiwanese.
Bao buns?
The bao buns, like with the...
guabao.
包挂
You guys are crazy about bao buns.
I like them. I do think they're overpriced in the UK though. Like,
we try some, it is a little bit overpriced.
Yeah, it is. And also because they sell it as like a meal, but it's not a meal.
Yeah,
like,
it's a bite-sized thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of people who tell me, oh, like bubble tea, you must love it because it's Korean. And I'm like, no, it's Taiwanese.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know its origin.
Yeah, and I have in my local town, like Camberwell down south, there's a Ding Tea, which is like the Taiwanese, like I think it's headquarters in Taiwan, it says on the little cup. So I regularly tell people, no, it's Taiwanese.
Oh, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, Catherine. No worries, it's
Thank
fine.
you.
Thanks very much.
So first of all, what's your name?
Asu.
Asur.
Nice
I'm
to meet
Ray.
you. Nice to meet you.
Are you planning on buying a house in the future?
Yes, but probably not in London. So this is me staying in London. I study in university nearby. But yeah, buying houses is quite a common thing here, I think. But probably like, as you know, central London is not a place that you live in, but rather we live in more like suburbs around London, or even like further away from London as well, depending on where you work.
Can you describe your dream house then? What would be, the dream?
For me, probably a large garden with kind of like a large field so that you can enjoy the greenery a little bit. I like to be in gym, so a gym, a jacuzzi, a sauna, that'd be great. It's quite a luxury, I know.
That's a long list.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably like somewhere down south as well. So in UK, we don't have pretty good weather usually. So down south is a little bit milder weather, warmer weather, even during the winter times as well. As you might know, it gets quite cold here during winter. So down south, like in Cornwall, Southampton, kind of like coastal areas with a beach as well, that would be quite nice.
How much do you think it would cost you?
It's definitely cheaper than here. In London. London is the most expensive place you could live in. 500,000, 600,000 for a decent size house. Which is still a lot.
Yeah,
but then,
it is a lot. Yeah.
We do have loads of like support stuff. Like we get a first-time buyer scheme where you pay upfront like a very low deposit, and then you pay much more when you kind of get into jobs and stuff. So that it kind of helps if you're trying to buy your first home. Instead of paying upfront like 20-30%, you can pay a lesser amount.
So you talked about the weather.
Uh-huh.
How often does it rain here?
Oh, rains lots. I'd say it rains like 75%, 80%. If it's not raining, it's cloudy mainly. So it's usually not the best weather you want. That's why we go on trips a lot. We go to Europe a lot to get our sunshine.
I see.
People love to go to Tenerife, Spain, Italy for all the sunshine. So now London is basically quite kind of quiet because all people went on some holidays in those areas. Well, it's this weather where it's quite rare. It's quite rare. It doesn't get too warm as well.
I see. And the last one is kind of like a stereotype.
Yeah.
Do you guys drink tea every day?
I used to drink like 3-4 cups a day, which is usually quite a normal thing. I like a good jasmine in the morning.
Okay.
Maybe a coffee in the afternoon. Depends if I want how much caffeine I want. Breakfast tea depends. If I don't get my jasmine tea, I would go for breakfast tea. And breakfast tea, it's loads of debates as well. So
people ask like, if you want milk, if you want brew tea, you add milk first, so you add sugar. Yeah. Always goes to debate. I would say it's not sugar. I used to be sugar. Now it's pure sugar. Okay. Earl Grey, unfortunately not a fan. But yeah, breakfast tea I do drink from time to time. Not that often though.
You can talk a lot about tea.
I like tea. I like tea.
Is it the norm where an average Brit can talk about tea all day?
We talk about weather a lot.
Weather?
Yeah, first thing, weather, tea, holidays, dogs. We like to talk about our dogs and cats. Everything basically. We like to talk.
I see. All right. Thank you. 好，我们现在找到了2个人，可能现在有遇到瓶颈。
没错。
这边人有一点少。
大家有点没有时间。
对。我还需要至少再找2个人，因为我总共有4组问题。OK， 好，我找到第3个了。
没有，是我拿的牌子。
All right. So what's your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe. Hi. I'm Ray. Do you think Brexit was a good call?
We did it for the right reasons, but the wrong interests behind it that did not follow up on what they should be doing. Obviously, what needs to happen is a new trade agreement needs to be negotiated.
Are there things that you notice happened after Brexit that's good or bad for the nation?
Bad. I mean, I don't think the UK electorate has educated itself enough on the changes that are coming.
Got it.
And so their opinions on Brexit are ill-informed.
All right. One final question.
Sure.
In London, what do people think of Harry Potter? Is it massively popular, or
there's Harry Potter stores here? It's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
Have you gone into these?
Yes, we did. It's huge. It's the biggest we've ever seen.
I think quantum physics is explaining that magic is real.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I 100% agree with that.
Okay.
There's like political stuff with J.K. Rowling. And,
oh yeah.
But as far as that goes.
So everyone in England, they're very proud of Harry Potter and the influence it has over one.
I'm sure. Why not?
好，完成3个。我现在还有。
你必须说，因为有我在旁边，所以很顺利，所以很顺利。
大家看到他真的会觉得比较，你是不是看起来很？我知道了，你看起来像小孩，你看起来像小朋友，一个小朋友。
那你真的要承认，我帮你很多。
有要到很多人。好。我们3个人了，现在，然后我还剩最后1组问题。
我们把这个公园的摸透了，这个公园所有的 NPC 都被我们问完了。
每个我们直接去问，因为我们后来发现站在那边不会有人来找我们，我们就是一个一个去，
然后要很自然。
对，一个一个去问，所以但是里面所有人都被我们问过了。我们看看能不能去，比如说车站之类的，然后再找到1组，其实应该就 OK 了。好，我们现在走到另外一区，真的完全不一样的一个感觉，有点像西门町，超多人的，而且很多年轻人。但是，对，给大家看一下，这里叫 Camden， 我们看能不能在这里找到最后一个受访者。然后我们现在要吃的是一个巨大可颂，
哇送，
大家都到齐了，
鼻音好重。
对啊，昨天感冒还在康复中。我觉得这边看起来都是观光客，不知道能不能找到伦敦人。好，我在这附近绕了超久，大概问了10几个人，没有人是伦敦人。然后我们的巨大可颂来了，
不可要不要一个壮的？
哇，真的好大啊！我们已经把巨大可颂整个完食了，我还是没有找到伦敦人，真的是残念。 我觉得这里是没办法了，这边真的都是观光客。原本打算今天可以把这个影片拍完，那可能要延期。我看明天后天如果有找到伦敦人的话，我再把最后一组问题问完。最后一组问题我觉得很有趣，我真的很想把它完成。
2 days later.
So we'll have a tutorial first.
Yep, so just when you're all done signing, I'll just talk you through what we're going to do, get you throwing, and then I'll show you some tricks and
tricks.
You can do. Yeah,
oh, okay. So these are the actions that
So we're going to start off with these today.
Oh.
And then we're going to move on.
Ooh.
Something a bit more like this.
Like a hatchet. 好，那这是哥哥的影片，我们详细丢斧头的过程可以去看哥哥的影片。等一下，为什么这有必要吗 ？That's a little bit too excessive, don't you think? Has anyone ever done this before?
No, I've not had this one before.
Whoa! Double X, double X. 来，这边有镜头，这边有镜头。There are a lot of accents in the world, right?
Yep.
And you're from?
I'm from Essex. Originally.
Essex. Okay, Essex. That's east of London, west of London.
East
of London. East of London. Okay. How would you pronounce a bottle of water?
A bottle of water.
A bottle of water?
A bottle of water.
Okay. Is that the normal way you pronounce it?
It's the normal way I pronounce it, I'd say.
What's the heaviest accent you can go with this phrase?
It really depends. You can sort of loosen it a lot. So you can have a bottle of water.
Or water?
Bottle of water. Yeah, it really depends where you come from. It really changes.
Do you think that the British accent is the most pleasant sounding accent? Would you say?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think it's quite a harsh accent as they go. A lot of other accents are quite a bit softer than ours.
Because I think a lot of foreigners would say that they prefer the British accent.
Oh, really?
And they have a thing for the British accent.
No, yeah, I know the thing. I just wouldn't say it's what I prefer, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a particular accent that you prefer?
It really depends. I like a lot of the Mediterranean accents and stuff like that. They're a lot nicer, I think.
What do people from the UK generally think about the royal family? What's the general sentiment?
The royal family, it's a bit split. A lot of people think they're a bit pointless. Sort of take a bit of money and don't really do anything. And a lot of people love them. It really depends who you ask.
Is it based on demographic, like young people?
Yeah, generally I think there's more younger people seem to think the modern family's a bit more pointless, and the older people seem to be really
more traditional
in favour of it. Yeah.
Where would you be on that spectrum?
To be honest, I don't really care that much. I don't think about it that often. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty neutral.
Yeah. It's outside of your everyday life.
Yeah. It's not something I think about a lot.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Louis.
Cool. No worries.
好的，以上就是台湾人对英国最好奇的问题，那刚刚全部都解答了。那接下来我们也会有10天的时间在伦敦各地继续拍影片。我有拍了跟大千的一日在伦敦的约会。然后拍了街访，拍了珍珠奶茶，然后还跑去牛津大学拍摄。这次我们街访拍了两集，这一集其实就算是一种街访，也是在路上抓人来问。除了这集之外，还有另外一个街访，我觉得也是一个很有趣的主题，反正之后会上。那我们这次呢，阿滴英文就有8支影片了，然后阿滴日常也会日更一阵子，所以大家有兴趣的话呢，可以多多追踪我们的频道。然后像大千啊，这次同行的 Hook、Pita 也都会有很多的影片会陆续的上线。好，那这支影片就到这边结束喽，我们下支影片见。拜拜。